Hello, friends. Thanks for traveling with me all these years. Last year I turned 70. While I'm so happy about what I did professionally, I was wondering what I did personally. Looking back at my life, I realized I have traveled a lot. Yes, 70 years of my life, and I have traveled to more than 70 countries. That's what I'm trying to share with all of you. Come, join me in this journey. Now that we are in Vietnam, let's go to a religious shrine which is situated on top of a mountain. How do you reach there? A very scenic boat ride and then a trip on the mountain on a mountain ropeway. Come, enjoy with me.
After an hour's drive out of Hanoi, we reached the boat station where we boarded the boat to reach the Perfume Pagoda. Now, let me give you a small account of what is this Perfume Pagoda is. It is a vast complex of Buddhist temples and shrines built into the limestone Huang Tik Mountains. It is the site of a religious festival which draws large numbers of pilgrims from across Vietnam. Perfume Pagoda, said to be constructed over 2000 years ago. The center or the most typical architecture of the site is the Perfume Temple, known as the Inner Temple, located in the Huang Ti cave on top of the mountain. To get to the Perfume Pagoda, you would first have to go by road and then by river, after that on foot or by the cable car to the top of the pagoda. Yes, there is a gondola, the ride of which is really scenic.
Now we have started on our boat trip to Perfume Pagoda.
The drive from Hanoi takes about an hour and a half to the Perfume Pagoda boat station, from where you take a small boat, usually rowed by the women of the local villages, for another hour to reach the foot of the mountain. This enjoyable boat trip travels along scenic waterways between limestone cliff. We must allow a couple of more hours to climb to the top and then return. The path to the summit is steep in places, and if it is raining, the ground can get very slippery. As there is a cable car, I think for those who are not in their prime health should opt for it. Come on, let's enjoy the serene boat ride. We have arrived at the foothills of the mountain. For me, the place simply looks just like any Indian temple town. From here, the climb starts. Even though it was with steep steps, we didn't find it very difficult because it was spaced with a few flat places where there are some shrines where we could stop and have some rest and then move on.
There were typical Buddhist shrines with incense sticks burning without. And the landscape was so peaceful and nice that it was a real enjoyable start to a difficult walk. About 15 minutes of walk, climbing steps, and we reached the cable car station.
We boarded the cable car and the trip was for about 15-20 minutes, but it was fantastic sights all around.
Looking down at the thick vegetation and all the cable cars that are returning against us, we were really wondering what kind of temple is this going to be. We got down at the final cable car station and started walking out.
We are at the top of the mountain and a few more steps before we reach the cave.
To our surprise, it was a big cave.
This is the cave with the primary shrine.
The mouth of the cave had an appearance of an open dragon's mouth.
This is the cave in Perfume Pagoda. It also had a few smaller shrines of Buddhist deities around inside the cave.
There was a large statue of Buddha as well as one Kuan Am, whom they call the Bodhisattva.
After visiting those few Buddhist shrines inside the cave, we took our trip down back in the cable car.
To the boat jetty, and after an hour of scenic boat ride, we drove back to Hanoi to our hotel. Having visited one of the most popular religious places in Vietnam, to which people from all over the country visit to wash away their previous sins, we finished our day with a very peaceful feeling. Next few days are going to be really exciting for us in Vietnam. We are going to travel in a Chinese junk. You know what it is? A dilapidated Chinese fishing boat. And we are going to travel through the Halong Bay looking at its beauty. Just wait for a few days and you can be with me.
If you want to travel to a lot more places like this with me, why don't you subscribe, share, and like this channel? Thanks for watching. We'll meet again.